Number 1. We best love. It is not a simple thing to like someone, because many times we dare not say anything. If first place is the only way to make you see me, then I will never lose to you, before you fall in love with me. Zhou Shuyi stared at the class report and saw Gao Shidai's name above him again. He didn't understand. He had always ranked second ever since Gao Shidai came into his life. For this reason, he was excited to go to college and parted ways. He hoped to never see Gao Shidai again. In college, he joined the swimming club and was revered by everyone. He was happily enjoying college life until Gao Shidai suddenly appeared at the swimming competition during their senior year. This made him wonder why Gao Shidai always followed him wherever he went. But little did he know that Gao Shidai had eyes for him and would never let him go. Number 2. History 3. Make our days count. At first glance, high schoolers Xian Haoting and Yu Shigu appear to be polar opposites. While Xian Haoting is an outgoing, hot-headed extrovert and some-time bully, Yu Shigu prefers to keep a low profile and focus on his schoolwork. They seem bound for totally different futures. The bookish Yu Shigu looks destined for academic success, while life is just a long popularity contest for Xian Haoting. But a quirk of fate and a crucial intervention by a female schoolmate results in the two young men's paths crossing. But there is more to both young men than first meets the eye. Xian Haoting was not always this way. He started out as a perfect student until he discovered the joys of going off the rails. And Yu Shigu has a reason for being so aloof and studious. His parents die in a traffic accident while he was younger, and he is being fostered by his aunt. As such, he works hard to get good grades in an effort to win a scholarship and ease the financial burden on his relatives. Yu Shigu also works part-time at a convenience store, where his manager Liu Zigang has developed a crush on a man he has met at the gym. Back at school, meanwhile, Yu Shigu and Xian Haoting find themselves drawn together, and passions ignite. The former notices that he has the unique ability to bring Yu Shigu out of his shell and becomes intent on melting his cold as ice exterior. Number 3. History 4. Close to you. Managing the sales division of one of the most sought-after wedding planning companies in the country, Zhao Licheng can close a deal without even blinking an eye. But when it comes to love, Licheng is the first to admit that he could use a little help. Having harbored a crush on Liu Meifang since childhood, Licheng decides that the only way to attract the attention of his life-long love is to recruit the help of his co-worker, Teng Muren. Knowing Meifang is a bit of a fujoshi, Licheng asks Muren to be his date, hoping the attention of the handsome Muren will spark Meifang's interest in him. But what starts as an innocent act between friends soon begins to morph into something more. Meanwhile, the company's creative director, Yi Xingxi, finds himself caught in an equally unexpected relationship with his two-faced step-brother, Fu Yangji, a medical student with an inexplicable obsession with Xingxi. As opposite from each other as night and day, the two brothers can't seem to escape the tangled web they have inadvertently woven around each other. As the four men struggle to understand their feelings, they begin to realize that when it comes to matters of the heart, anything is possible. Number 4. Plus and Minus. It tells the love and collision of two couples. No matter how far or near, they only exist for each other. Zheng Zishu and Fu Ligan are good friends who have grown up together since kindergarten. Not only are they childhood friends, they even work for the same company until an accident shakes the two. At the same time, Kato Yuki, also known as X, is a free-spirited bartender, and Jian Yingzi, a divorcee who can't let go of the past, runs a laundromat. One day the laundromat owner stumbles upon the colorful nightlife of the bartender. The two collide and slowly realize each other's inner desires. Number 5. About youth. Yi Guang is an elite, popular high school student with good grades. Zhu Qizhang, on the other hand, tends to blend into the background except for when he's performing on stage with his band. Smitten by the kindness that Yi Guang showed Zhu Qizhang on one of the saddest nights of his life, Zuki Zhang is more than happy to repay that kindness when Yiguan starts having a hard time with his parents. But will this newfound friendship develop into something more? Ray, Yiguan's best friend, is not used to being treated well by his previous boyfriend. So, when he meets Jian, will he be able to give him a chance? A slice of life drama about self-discovery and falling in love. Number 6. My Tooth Your Love. Jin Shan'an, a promising achiever, is already the chief dentist at his dental clinic at a young age. Although cold-hearted and distant by appearance, Jin Shan'an has nevertheless earned himself the coveted title of being the master prince of dentistry. One day, he is entrusted by Bai King, one of his seniors, to treat her precious little brother, Bai Lang. As Bai Lang seats himself in front of Jin Shan'an, he looks at the man with a cold and ruthless look, and while a mask covers most of Jin Zhuan's face, it only helps highlight his deep, electric eyes. Bai Lang then hears his gentle and soothing voice telling him not to be afraid. But almost instantaneously, he finds himself stunned, his heart palpitating, and finding a desperate excuse to run away, as it turns out that Bai Lang is not the first dental patient to try to run away from Jin Shan'an, but definitely the most troublesome since Jin Zhuan started his career. Number 7. History 3. Trapped. The story of a police officer who becomes trapped in the underworld as he develops feelings for a gang leader. 4 years ago, a veteran caught and an elderly gangster were killed in a gunshot attack. The only survivor and the dead gangster's protege, the enigmatic and ruthless Tang Yi, is now the new gang leader who will stop at nothing to find the murderer and plans an elaborate trap to lure him out of hiding. Honest police officer Meng Xiaofei is obsessed with knowing the truth behind this case to avenge his mentor's death, and spends all his spare time tracking Tang Yi and trying to find what he is up to. When Meng and Tang Yi are kidnapped together and forced to survive in a cold mountain, things start to change between them. Number 8. Beloved in-house, I Do. Founded about 10 years ago, Saisei Studio is in danger of going bankrupt before Jin Yuzhen, a person who excels in management, appears and he becomes the new director. On the first day of his directorship, the atmosphere of the studio changed completely when he enforces a single rule which prohibits romantic relationships and marriages between employees, and the violation of the rule resulted in a dismissal. To abolish the rule, the employees of Saisei Studio collude with a secret plan. Shi Lei, an employee, approaches Yuzhen to snoop for information about the love life of this domineering director. As a result of various encounters, he finds out that the tyrant director is still hurt from a past relationship and is suffering from loneliness. Knowing that he still possesses a heart, Shi Lei becomes curious about Yuzhen. Number 9. DNA Says Love You. Inseparable childhood friends Pu Lejian, Xuan Shiwen, and Ziyuhe swore they'd be together forever, but fate forced Lejian and Shi Wen to part. Years later, Lejian is struggling to keep his adventure YouTube channel going when a mysterious figure named Amber appears out of nowhere, claiming to be a fan of his, and offers him information on a place called Gailei Abbey. Number 10. Because of You. Growing up in a large, wealthy family, the three Yuan brothers never wanted for anything. Yuan Jun Cheng, Yuan Jun Daot, and Yuan Jun Ping were all born from different birth mothers though, and were competitors for the Fortune 500 business empire of their father. All started to change when Lin Shen, a poor young man who had previously helped Jun Cheng, was asked to make a phone call to the father of the three Yuan brothers as his mother's death wish. This stirs the finely balanced ecosystem of the Yuan family, and Jun Cheng finds himself unexpectedly drawn in deeper than he expected. Adding to the complexity of the situation is Jun Dao's long-term roommate Yan Xian and Jun Ping's best friend Yan Yu.